So you ready for number one? Are ya? Well, here it is. My number one pick of the person I would like to face in Impact Wrestling the most is... Hello world, in case you don't know who I am the social media superstar. I am the glitch in the system, and I am Jay Walker. But if you do know who I am, you're probably wondering, Jay, did you grow a beard? I know. Okay. So I'm going to start off this video by just saying that I'm not going to lie, I do not watch Impact Wrestling regularly. I did follow TNA since its inception, probably all the way to about 2007 or so. And I know there's so many talented people out there. I know that they are working so hard and doing some amazing things. There's just one issue out there. There's just too much wrestling going on. So regardless of that, I know that many of you viewers are big Impact Wrestling fans, and I did throw a poll up on Twitter, and this was the video that you guys wanted to see the most. So here are my top 5 dream opponents from Impact Wrestling. But before I start with number 5, I've got to get a little something out of the way.
Got a favor to ask. If you want to hear more stories like this one, go ahead, click that subscribe button.
I didn't hear no bell. Oh my God!
So being the social media superstar, I gotta give credit where credit is due, and I owe so much to this man for paving the way for wrestlers like me trying to make a niche, trying to make a name for themselves, trying to create their own opportunities through the avenue of social media. Of course, number 5 has to be Matt Cardona. His Z True Long Island story was the biggest breakthrough in like the last 15 years that really reinvented the game for pro wrestling. And Cardona's been a favorite of mine for a long time. It's just a shame that he never reached the levels of success he should have in WWE. He's a man who truly deserves all the success in the world, and it's because of his hard work and persistence that gets him to wherever it is that he wants to be. I would love to tangle it up with that guy. So number 4 gets kind of interesting because they've been around since basically the beginning in TNA. In fact, I believe they were part of the first Ultimate X match, and I've been a big fan of his ever since. And he has really broken down some barriers for tag team wrestling, but as a single star, he's done pretty well for himself too. I'm talking about Chris Sabin. I remember watching him back on the weekly Wednesday night pay-per-views. I absolutely fell in love with this guy's work, and my opinion of him only grew bigger because he actually came to Winnipeg to wrestle very early in my career when I was still a referee. He was a great guy with an awesome attitude and was willing to give the shirt off his back, and he literally did to a young wrestling fan who had a disappointing experience with someone else. Sabin has always been someone I would love to be able to get in the ring with. One of the absolute best and very underrated. So number 3 is where things are going to start to get interesting, and I think this should come as no surprise because not only do I think of how physical this match would be and how great of a story the in-ring would be, I'm thinking outside the ring. I'm thinking how amazing the storyline would be between the two of us. I think that this should come as a surprise to no one that my number 3 pick is Impact's fellow hacker, Sami Callihan. Now, I became a fan of Sami Callihan during his run in Evolve Wrestling. It was his unique style and presentation at the time. He had some amazing performances, specifically one I remember was against Finlay. Always made him stand out from the rest of the wrestlers at that time. Again, this one's just an absolute no-brainer. The mind games, the storyline, all of it I think would be so exciting and so fresh and so different. And a lot of wrestlers aren't willing to experiment like that, but Callihan seems to have a mind very similar to mine in challenging how wrestlers present themselves and what promos and elements we can bring to the table as characters. I would thoroughly enjoy this. Just not the story, like I said, the physicality as well. And could you imagine the promos? And speaking of promos, you're probably wondering, hey Jay, where can I pick up this sweet t-shirt? Well, have no fear. It's very easy to find it. It's all on my ProWrestlingTees.com store. I've got plenty of designs, all individually designed by me, plus a special new design coming very, very soon that I am very, very excited about. Now the next one on my list is a little newer to the Impact Wrestling scene, but man, has he just carved his own path there. He's really made a name for himself. He's really become a mainstay and a great flag bearer for the promotion. What else can I say to hint at this guy without dropping his name right away? I mean, the hair is somewhat similar. His athletic style is unmatchable, but I think we would have a lot of fun. I'm talking about Ace Austin. If he continues the path he's on, he will undoubtedly be one of the biggest names in this business. His look, his presentation, his athleticism, his ring work, everything is there to be a bona fide wrestling star. And his style would complement mine very well and make for a very unique, very dramatic matchup with a dynamic story. And if you know me, you know that I love my storytelling. This match would be a lot of fun, and I think the promos wouldn't really hurt either. This guy has a ton of charisma. You guys ready to hear who number one is? I think you're going to be blown away and very surprised by who I pick. But to me, it's a no-brainer. To me, this person waves the flag for Impact Wrestling more than anyone. I think they're a great representative, not of just Impact Wrestling, but independent wrestling, because they still pick up dates. They're just a great personality, on television, at shows, online, and really exemplifies what professional wrestling should be in today's day and age. But before I drop the name, I want to tell you guys, I know, but I gotta tell you guys about the network. It's my Patreon with over 40 hours of categorized bonus content, from podcast appearances to unreleased matches, photos, a ton of free merch to be had as well. I'll make sure to pin it in the comments if you're interested. It is growing by the day, and there's always some fresh, new, exciting things and a great peek into my mind and how I tackle my career as a professional wrestler. So you ready for number one? Are ya? Well, here it is. My number one pick of the person I would like to face in Impact Wrestling the most is Jordynne Grace. There's no denying her work ethic, mixed with her fun personality, has made her one of the biggest stars of the promotion. And I'm a big fan of doing intergender matches right, and I know that we would be able to pull one off unique to any others that have happened over the last few years. I've talked about it before, but using her online platform for social good and amplifying voices makes her just so likable. I know that she would be so easy to work with in the ring and behind the scenes to make something like this happen and really make it count. So that's my 5. What did you guys think of the list though? Is there anybody I might have missed? If there is, please let me know in the comments. I am very excited to see who you guys mentioned that I might have glossed over on the Impact roster. If you liked the video, please, you gotta give it that thumbs up to let other people know that this video is worth stopping by and checking out. It helps get me exposure. Hopefully one day there's enough people out there begging for me to come to your neck of the woods and feature me as a professional wrestler. But in the meantime, that's it for now. Stay tuned for many more videos. I think I've done all the promoting I could about my other content, but the best way to reach me if you want to have a conversation, if you want to discuss things, is on Twitter at I am Jay Walker. Shout out to everyone on Patreon who has been the biggest help in my pro wrestling career over the last couple of years. You know where to go. I already talked about the network. I think it's time to wrap this up, so I stop rambling. Until next time, guys, logging off. Bye-bye.